Welcome to The Breakroom Was Never Neutral, a narrative monologue exploring restorative justice for workers. I'm Elle Cameron, and today we're diving into the spaces where harm hides in plain sight. Staff meetings, break rooms, and HR emails. Through real stories and layered reflection, we'll ask what repair could look like if accountability wasn't a threat. This episode is for anyone who's ever felt silenced, sidelined, or punished for speaking up. Let's imagine a workplace where healing is possible and dignity is non-negotiable. They say the break room is where you go to breathe, but for some of us, it's where the harm happens. It's where the manager corners us after we spoke up. It's where the HR rep says we're investigating but never followed up. It's where our coworkers stop making eye contact because they didn't want to be next. Restorative justice doesn't start with policies. It starts with the moment someone says, that wasn't okay, and means it. I've seen workers carry invisible bruises, emotional injuries from retaliation, gaslighting, and silence. They clock in with a smile and clock out with a lump in their throat. They're told to be professional, but never asked what healing looks like. Restorative justice asks, what if accountability wasn't a threat? What if repair was possible, even in a workplace? It's not just a circle, it's a shift from punishment to presence, from who's to blame to who's been harmed, and how do we make it right? The nurse. She didn't cry when the patient coded. She cried in the parking lot after her supervisor told her she was too emotional to lead a team. She was flagged unsafe. She had flagged unsafe staffing ratios. She had asked for trauma debriefs after back-to-back losses. She had spoken up and was quietly removed from the mentorship program. Restorative justice would have asked, what support did she need? What harm did the silence cause? What would repair look like, not just for her, but for the culture? Instead, she transferred departments, and the harm stayed. The nonprofit staffer, he believed in the mission until the mission was used to justify overwork, underpay, and emotional manipulation. He raised concerns about burnout. He asked why leadership kept hiring consultants instead of investigating in staff. He was told he was not a team player. Restorative justice would have asked, what values are we violating? How do we honor dissent without punishment? Can we build a workplace where feedback isn't a threat? Instead, he left quietly. The mission stayed, but the heart left with him. And the retail worker. She was the one who trained new hires. She calmed down angry customers and she covered shifts when others called out. She was also the one who got written up for attitude when she asked for a raise. She had been harassed by a coworker. She had reported it. She was told, we'll handle it, but nothing changed. Restorative justice would have asked, what does safety mean here? Who gets protected and who gets punished? Can we create a space where harm is named and healing is real? Instead, she stopped speaking up. The store stayed open, but her voice closed. These stories aren't rare, they're rituals. And they're why restorative justice isn't just a theory, it's a necessity. Restorative justice doesn't erase the harm, it holds it. It says, you matter. What happened matters. And we're not moving on until we move through. It's not a shortcut, it's a circle, one that says who was harmed, what do they need, and who's responsible for making it right. In a workplace, that means more than a memo. It means naming the rupture. It means listening without defensiveness. It means repair that's felt, not filed. Imagine a workplace where feedback isn't a threat, where dissent is honored, where silence isn't the default response to pain. Imagine a manager saying, I didn't realize the impact I had on you. Let's talk. A team saying, we want to do better, and we'll show you how. An HR department trained not just in compliance, but in compassion. This isn't fantasy, it's possible, and it starts with us, and it starts today. So here's your invitation. If you've been harmed, your story is valid. If you've caused harm, your accountability is welcome. If you've witnessed harm, your courage is needed. Let's build break rooms that don't break people. Let's build policies that protect dignity. Let's build cultures where repair is not rare. Because justice isn't just what happens in a courtroom, rarely. It's what happens in copy rooms. It's what happens in Zoom calls and staff meetings. It's what happens when we choose care over control. The clock ticks, but healing takes time. The shift ends and the story stays. Let the next chapter be written in truth, in tenderness, in radical acts of repair. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.